Hello and welcome to this Success Hypnotherapy session for achieving your goals. Using this session will allow you to begin feeling more aligned with what you want, more able to act and willing to follow through in the quiet, steady ways that real success requires. Maybe there are goals you've thought about for a long time, goals that once felt exciting, and then perhaps became postponed or pushed into the background by everyday life. Or perhaps you already know exactly what you want, and now you want your mind to become more organized, focused, and motivated in helping you get there. You know, it's interesting how often people talk about goals as if success is some distant place, somewhere far away that's only reached by effort and strain. A goal is not only a destination, it's a direction. And when your mind accepts a direction deeply enough, many small choices begin to organize themselves around it. There's no need to force yourself. There's never a need to fight yourself. You simply need to align the deeper parts of your mind with the outcome you've chosen, so that action starts to feel more natural, progress more expected, and the next useful step begins to appear at just the right time. Your unconscious mind already knows how to learn patterns of behavior. It knows how to repeat what matters. It can notice opportunities, build habits, and strengthen a sense of identity. And in this session, you can begin to think, feel, and act more like a version of you who reaches goals steadily and confidently. You don't have to know exactly how every part will happen. You just need to allow your mind to become clear, calm, and responsive. And as you begin now, you can let yourself become comfortable, ready to relax, ready to focus, and allow your deeper mind to move you towards success that's right just for you. And now settle in a place where you can remain undisturbed for a while and just begin to relax. And now take a slow, easy breath in. And as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to rest gently at a point in front of you. Or just allow them to close if they're not already. And just let the muscles around the eyes begin to soften. And you can relax those eyelids so deeply that for this short while, they simply don't want to work. And when you know that you relax them that much, you can test them lightly and find that the more you test them, the more they remain comfortably relaxed. And you can just stop testing and let that relaxation spread from the eyelids into the face, across the forehead, around the jaw, down into the neck and the shoulders. Just let the shoulders drop by even a small amount. And as they do, you can go even deeper. In a moment, I'll ask you to take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second, and as you exhale, send a wave of relaxation from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Take that breath in now. Hold it and let it out, and let that wave move down through the body, relaxing the chest, the stomach, the legs all the way down to the feet. And I don't know just how quickly you'll notice that each breath allows another layer to soften, to let go. In a moment, I'll count down from 5 to 1. With each number, you can double that relaxation. There's no need to try. Just allow the idea of doubling relaxation to become real enough for the unconscious mind to respond. 5. Deeper now. 4. Twice as calm. 3. Drifting further. 2. The body resting, the mind opening. And 1. Deep, calm, focused, and receptive. And while one part of your mind listens to these words, another part can begin arranging new possibilities. You're learning how to relax into success. And you can allow each word to guide you deeper into the part of yourself that knows how to achieve. And as you rest here, listening to my voice and allowing your body and mind to let go even more, just imagine or simply pretend that you're standing at the start of a quiet pathway. This path, it can be through a forest, along a shoreline, or through some beautiful place created entirely by your own mind. And it doesn't matter whether you see it clearly, feel it vaguely, or simply know it's there. Your unconscious mind can create this experience in a way that's right for you. And as you begin walking along this path, each step takes you deeper into comfort. With the first step, your body relaxes even more. With the second, your breathing becomes easier. The third, the mind becomes quieter. With every step, you feel yourself moving away from old hesitation and towards a deeper sense of purpose. Perhaps you notice the air around you. The temperature feels just right. The light is soft and pleasant. The ground beneath your feet steady and reassuring. And each sound you hear seems to say, continue, keep moving. You're on the right path. And as you walk, you may notice that the path gently slopes downwards, not steeply but comfortably, leading you into a valley of deep focus. And the deeper you go, the clearer you feel, and the easier it becomes to know what matters. The more you know what matters, the more naturally your mind lets go of what doesn't. Ahead of you now, you notice 10 smooth steps leading down into a peaceful garden. This is a garden of achievement, where every seed planted with intention can grow and thrive. And as I count down from 10 to 1, with each number you'll descend even further, becoming more relaxed, more open, more ready for change. 10, stepping down. 9, deeper. 8, calm and steady. 7, letting go. 6, more focused. 5, halfway down, twice as relaxed. 4, drifting into purpose. 3, entering confidence. 2, almost there. And 1, standing now in the garden of achievement, relaxed, receptive, ready to allow the deeper mind to accept your goals completely. In this garden of achievement, you can notice that everything here has grown because something was planted, tended, and allowed to develop over time. Some plants are tall and strong, some are just beginning to push through the soil, and yet others are still seeds hidden beneath the surface, already changing before anything appears above ground. Progress often begins invisibly before it becomes obvious. And you may have goals in your life that are already growing beneath the surface. And even if you haven't seen every result, your unconscious mind can begin to strengthen the roots now. And as you rest here, just let one meaningful goal come gently into awareness. No pressure, no strain. Just allow a goal that matters to you to become present in the mind. It may appear as a picture, a feeling, a word, a symbol, or maybe just a quiet knowing. And as that goal becomes clear enough, you can notice that it's not outside you as much as it is ahead of you. It's a direction your mind can move towards. The more clearly you move towards it, the more your thoughts, choices, habits, and energy can begin to line up. Now just imagine that this goal is represented by a seed in the palm of your hand. This seed contains the full pattern of success. There's no need to try and force it open. It doesn't need to be argued with. It already knows what it's becoming. The seed doesn't sit in the soil wondering whether it deserves to grow. It simply responds to the right conditions. And you can begin to create the right conditions within yourself, right here, right now. A calm focus, steady action, a willingness to begin and a willingness to continue. Able to learn, to adjust, and to succeed in a way that fits who you're becoming. And as you plant that seed in the rich soil of this inner garden, you can let your unconscious mind receive the instruction. Move me towards this goal. That's it. Move me towards this goal. Not someday, not vaguely, but naturally, steadily, intelligently, beginning right now. I remember the story of a young farmer who stood at the edge of a large field, holding bags of seeds, looking out across the land and thinking it's too much. The field was too wide, the work seemed endless. And for a while the young farmer stood still, trying to imagine the whole harvest before planting even a single seed. A neighbouring farmer who'd been harvesting for many years said, "You don't plant a field by worrying about the field. You plant it by placing one seed in one place and then another." There was something about that simple statement that changed everything. One seed, one place, then another. The young farmer began seeding, not perfectly, not dramatically, just consistently. After a while, the field that had seemed overwhelming began to change. Little green shoots appeared, rows took shape. The work became familiar, the field became friendly. And eventually, looking back, the young farmer realized the harvest had not come from one heroic effort. It had come from many small moments of doing the next right thing. And your deeper mind can understand that now. You can achieve goals by doing the next right thing. You make progress without needing to feel perfect. You begin before every detail is known, continue even after small mistakes. You learn from feedback and remain on course. Success isn't fragile. Your goal doesn't disappear because one day is imperfect. Your identity doesn't collapse because one attempt needs adjustment. You just return to the path. And from this moment forwards, when you think about your goal, you can feel a calm pull from the future, as if the successful version of you is already ahead, quietly saying, "Keep coming, you know the way, take the next step." Now just imagine that future version of you standing somewhere in this garden. This is the you who's achieved the goal or made strong, undeniable progress towards it. Notice how this version of you stands, their posture, their breathing, the expression on their face. There's a quality of calm satisfaction. This version of you has learned something valuable. They understand discipline without harshness, commitment without strain, confidence without arrogance. And as you watch that successful version of you, you can begin to notice what's different. Perhaps the eyes are clearer, the body seems more grounded. There's a quiet certainty, a sense of course, I follow through. And now, in your own way, allow that future you to speak to you, perhaps in words, in feelings, and maybe that future self says something simple. It became easier once I stopped negotiating with doubt. I learned to act before motivation arrived, and then motivation followed. And every day I remembered who I was becoming. And let those words settle deeply within. You don't have to fight doubt. Doubt is only an old voice asking if you're safe. You can thank it and move forwards anyway. You don't have to obey delay. Delay is only an old pattern pretending to be protection. You can notice it, smile inwardly, and begin right now. And from today onwards, your mind can become more attracted to useful action. You may find yourself noticing small openings of time and using them well. First steps become easier. Distractions lose their power. Your deeper mind has accepted a stronger direction. And when you complete even a small step, your mind can reward you with a feeling of quiet satisfaction. A satisfaction that becomes fuel for momentum. And your identity becomes a statement, a simple truth. I am someone who achieves what matters. Let that become true in your body and your mind. I am someone who achieves what matters. Let it settle into the chest. I am someone who achieves what matters. And now imagine the days ahead. See yourself waking with a little more clarity, moving through ordinary moments with an extraordinary inner alignment. Choosing the useful things, saying no when no protects the goal, saying yes when yes opens the path. Returning to the task, making the call, practicing the skill. Resting when rest supports success, and continuing when continuation matters. And each time you act in alignment, the garden grows. There's no need to explain this change to anyone. You simply begin to live it. Others may notice you seem clearer, calmer, more directed, and you can enjoy the private knowledge that something inside has shifted. Now, step closer to that future successful you. In a moment, you can step into that version of yourself and feel what it feels like from the inside. Step in now, see through those eyes, breathe with that breath, feel the calm certainty in the body. Notice the goals already achieved or well underway. Notice how natural it feels to have followed through. The memories of taking action, solving problems, overcoming delays, adjusting and continuing. And from inside this successful self, look back towards today with appreciation. Today was a turning point. The day the deeper mind accepted the direction. The day action began to feel more natural. The day the goal became not a wish, but a pathway to future success. And your unconscious mind can now organize around that path. It can remind you at the right times to bring useful ideas to awareness, to notice opportunities. It can make distractions feel less compelling and progress feel satisfying. And whether the next step is large or small, planned or spontaneous, obvious or surprising, you can take the next step, and the one after that, and the one after that. One seed, one place, then another. That's how the garden grows. That's how goals are achieved. And that's how you're becoming the person who naturally, steadily, and successfully achieves what matters. And now it's time to bring this session to a close, allowing all those suggestions to settle into the deepest parts of your mind. You can begin to return to ordinary waking awareness, bringing back with you the calm, focused certainty of this experience. The garden remains with you. The seed has been planted, the future self remains available, and the path continues forwards from here. In a few moments, I'll count from 1 to 5, and with each number, you can become more aware of your body, more aware of the room around you, and more refreshed in your mind. And as you return, you can bring with you exactly what you need: calm motivation, steady clarity, and a quiet willingness to take the next useful step. 1. Beginning to return now, becoming aware of your body, resting on the surface beneath you. 2. Feeling the energy gently moving through your hands and feet. 3. Taking a deeper breath now, bringing alertness into your body, your mind becoming clearer, your body becoming lighter. 4. Becoming more aware of the room around you, the sounds, the surface beneath you, feeling grounded, steady and refreshed. And 5. Eyes open when you're ready, coming all the way back, feeling calm, alert and refreshed. And as you return, you can notice that something useful has already begun. It may be subtle, it may be strong, it may unfold quietly over the hours and days ahead. The mind has received the direction, and the deeper parts of you can continue organizing thoughts, feelings, choices and actions around the success that matters to you. And from this moment onwards, whenever you think of your goal, you can naturally take a calm breath and feel a quiet sense of direction returning. That breath can remind your unconscious mind to choose the next useful step. Without needing to force anything, you can find yourself becoming more willing to begin, willing to continue, and more satisfied by each piece of progress. And each small action can strengthen the feeling I am becoming someone who achieves what matters. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. You've taken time to align your mind with success, and that time can continue to benefit you in ways you may notice more and more. Let the days ahead show you evidence of your growing focus, your steady action, and your natural ability to follow through. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.